Alright, hi guys, I've got Sebastian here, 7ckngMad, the captain of Sigma International, one of the teams competing this week in the MLG Columbus. One of the biggest tournaments, I think, maybe the biggest Western tournament since the International. And Sebastian, how are you feeling?
Feeling great. Want to get started, obviously. It's like we're 1 hour away from our first game.
Yeah.
We're prepared. We got to set up to warm up.
Right.
Just want to get started.
When did you guys get into Ohio?
We arrived yesterday, yesterday night. The 4 of us. He's doing first. That just arrived today.
Okay. How's he feeling?
He's feeling great as well.
Okay, good.
We all want to get started.
I've seen some players look really tired.
Yeah, that was fine. We're just really pumped. We're excited for the tournament. It's going to be amazing.
That's awesome.
Just waiting for it to start.
So this tournament is going to be the first since you guys really announced your organization, so Sigma as a whole. I know you have a blog. People should absolutely read the blog. It's so 7ckngMad, but it's called 7ckngMad.blogspot.com. And that's a fantastic blog, but I saw you announcing Sigma as an organization. So do you want to talk a little bit about that? I know you talked about player empowerment, things like that.
Yes, we just announced the organization. It's called Sigma, and it's really an organization made by players and of course for players, because I mean, we're also of course very excited with the way Dota 2 is going, the way the sport as a whole is going, and we're proud of it, and we want to be a major actor and make it better in any way we can, and that's the way we analyze it and figure it out. In the sense that sometimes players don't get not that they should get really a lot, they don't get as much as they deserve, and they have pretty tough conditions. It's basically win or die politics.
Yeah,
any professional player in Dota 2, except for of course the teams, not even the top teams, the teams that win the major tournaments, could tell you that, and we just want to. Of course, we don't have the pretension to say we're going to change it. We just want to try to help to go to what looks to be for us the right direction.
Sure.
And that's what Sigma is all about.
So before you guys started Sigma, I know that your team had been choosing between different sponsors. You've been Quantic Tag, so what was the moment at which the 5 of you decided you wanted to sort of do something new, carve out that?
Actually, it was right after TI.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we were, some of us were still under Quantic contracts, the other under Mouse contracts, and the other under flip side.
Yeah.
So we had to, play. Exactly. Between all the sponsors and try to figure out a way to not make anyone, disappointed or angry or whatever. Till we would all be free to start, get Sigma started. Also, Sigma took a bit longer because we wanted to do things well, and when we announced it, to actually be ready to follow up with something, not only give our motivations away.
Sure.
And so we found private investors as well for it. So it takes time. It's basically creating a company, etc. But right now it's all set already. As you said, we just announced it. We did one online tournament that we were doing. It was pretty manual. It was a big point. Now we have this one, so hopefully we do it in this tournament and try to get this thing going the way it should be.
That'd be a fantastic thing.
Yeah, do it.
And so, you guys, do you do both the administrative company stuff for Sigma as well as just be one of the players?
I do. Yeah.
Is that difficult? You have to find balance.
Yes, it's very difficult and to find the balance, but it also allows me to be on both sides.
Yeah. And
to be find some mediation from both sides, sure. And that's the aim of it. Yeah. And so I'm at the same time the voice of the players and the voice of the players, so it makes it easier to handle everything. That's the whole concept behind it, of course.
That's great. Yeah. And so, I mean, you're the captain of the team as well. You're also sort of the public face. Obviously, you have the blog. I think people know you a lot. Do you plan to sort of be that representative element where you want to talk to the audience, you want to communicate, or?
I didn't plan it, to be honest. I've been playing for 2 or 3 years. In MTW I wasn't this, it was more of backstage, same for Quantic, more or less. Right now it's the way it is. I wanted to get involved more, because I really like the way Dota 2 is going. The community is just awesome, and I want to get involved in more projects and everything. Sure. So I think it's just the way things went. I'm really happy with how it's going. It's not. It's great. I didn't plan it, actually, but well,
So this is your second tournament as a fully announced organization.
Yes.
Are you guys excited?
Yeah, we're very excited and we're looking forward to what we can show. I mean, right now, the way we work is we don't want to, the way we see it, we don't have a name, we're nothing until we actually have solid results.
Sure.
So we're just, the the way we see it, we don't want to talk. We just want to get play and say, okay, this is what Sigma is. This the game we just played.
Are you shooting right for first place? Goals to win?
Every time we go into a tournament, we want to place in the first place.
Sure,
it's
absolutely.
always the same. So right now, of course, we're playing here based on point.
What do you think your greatest advantage is as a team to win this tournament?
I'd say, okay, of course, our motivation, we're very motivated for this.
Yeah.
And I'd say actually the way the meta game is going right now and the .79 patch is favoring us a lot. I don't know if it's not favoring us, like comparing to other teams, they might favor them as much. But at least for us, we're very confident in this match.
Okay. Yeah, let's talk about that a little bit. So obviously 7ckngMad launched a couple months ago. The meta is very, very open. We see lots of teams doing different strategies. So what is it about that you like, or what is it about that favors the draft?
It favors a lot aggressive playstyles and pushy playstyles. Push because you get like pretty low levels, so you can have more impact earlier in the game. That's why it makes it so. But for example, the offlane is able to get way more. So lots of heroes are viable on offlane now. It's not only Prophet Trumpet, for example. You can send anything on offlane basically. Dual lanes came back. That was something that really disappeared in Dota. So it opens up so much possibilities, and the way we approach teams and the players we approach, mainly me and Sunshine, but whatever. We see diversity, and being able to play a very large pool of heroes is very important. And it hasn't been that important, for example, in previous matches. For example, when he won TI, he was, of course, I wouldn't be one of those who say he was playing only 3 heroes. He can play any hero, but he was spamming 3 heroes only, and being one of the best players in the world with those. And it still allowed them to win, having a very restricted pool of heroes. And I don't think this is right. It's just the way it went, but this is meant to change, and in that way, it's going to favor teams more than others. That's the way I see it.
I've noticed that you guys play a very aggressive style, and you have for a while. Quantic was a very, very, very aggressive team, really short times, and then Sigma as well. You guys play very aggressively. Is that more of a strategic decision, or is it just how your players want to play?
It's, right now it's how we play, but at first it was a strategic decision. I'm captain right now for Sigma. Actually, Fada is going to do a lot of the captaining for this tournament. But when we started, of course, we weren't the top team. We were even more than underdog, completely unknown, and then we started bit by bit to get closer to the level of top teams until we finally won Navi at Direct, our first big achievement. But it's it's simple. It's those teams when you come from underdog, when you're really weaker than them. The only way to get a win to win against them is to not let them play their games. You're gonna let Alliance play their game, you're gonna lose because they're gonna outfarm you, they're gonna outsmart you. It's not gonna work. So the only way is to pressure them, to play aggressive. So at first it was our main, lane closing. We wanted to pressure them, not let them play their game, and force them to play ours. And if we're good enough when they play our game with them, if we're not, we're doing too much. That's simple as that. And it's how it works, and it worked. And of course now we just end up playing over really, really aggressive no matter what. We're able to play defensive, but we don't need to. Honestly, that's my personal opinion, but basic aggressive playstyle is it's not the best in Dota.
And is that how you're going to play at MLG? Be aggressive? Going to give us good games?
Yes, hopefully so, but it's going to be action-packed game for sure.
You've got a tough schedule today. You told me that you have Navi, Alliance, and 7ckngMad.
That's right.
Are you scared for today?
No, we're not scared. We're looking for it's the best games to play. Everything to win, nothing to lose. And of course, we're not favorites against Navi, we're not favorites against Alliance, so we'd rather be underdogs. Really, it's the best position to have, in my opinion, at least.
Have you made special preparations for those teams, or are you just going to play the same general?
No. The preparation is limited to just knowing what they play the best, and how they play. But our team's always been the same. We need to be able to play our game. If we are, might give really good games. If we're not, might get crushed. So it's only dependent. We just need to focus and play our game correctly. That's so.
If Sigma takes first place, who takes second place in this tournament? Who are you most scared of?
I'd say that the most solid team, of course, is Alliance, in my opinion. But in the LAN environment, I'd favor Navi. Just because it's Navi. And since the meta is really open, Navi is the best team at adapting in the tournament. So if one team will adapt and be stronger than any other, it's going to be Navi and Alliance. I'm pretty sure.
A lot of people are talking about DK. Obviously, it's rare that we see the cross-pollination of Eastern teams coming to us. What do you think about their current form? How do you think they'll do?
They're a great team. Of course not to be underrated. Like they one of the favorites for sure. They're not my favorite. Like I don't think they're gonna. Like the Asian myth, you know, I was one of the 40i2, 40i2. We're really overrated. They're great, but they're as strong, not stronger, not weaker. They're as strong. So they're a very strong team. But I think Navi and the Lions are the stronger team.
Sure. All right. So I guess you're known. I think you're known in the community as a really great draft strategist, and a lot of people are, I feel, confused. I've seen a lot of discussions. How do I draft in 6.79? Every hero is too good. Do you have any tips for amateur captains or people up and coming teams? How do they get a grip on such a strange weapon?
I think they should have a starting point for the draft, like just heroes you're very comfortable with right now. You're going to see Venommancer, First Peak, Visage, you know, it's just, you don't show anything, you get a strong support, everything's open, you can go aggressive, defensive, whatever. That's a good starting point, and then you just counter draft. It's a lot of counter draft. Because every hero is viable, so it's, in my opinion, it's a lot of counter draft. It's not only I go for my strategy and I don't look at, because the pool is so large and you can get outpicked really easily.
Yeah, sure.
You're gonna get like we're gonna get games where, for example, one team's gonna go super greedy and play against a fast push. You know, like this is coming back. You go to one, you couldn't just draft whatever you want because you got what they do.
Right.
And now it came back with being able to draft anything on the off lane and safe lane.
Sure. So 6.79, most overpowered hero.
Oh, that's a tough one. That's a tough one.
And the most overpowered hero that nobody knows about.
That nobody knows about. I don't know if he's the most, but a hero that's not picked at all, like not even close to what he should be, it's Bristol.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, the Bristol guy. Why is he so good?
And like this hero is just a beast. Like you can't kill him.